At the beginning of 2025, Motion Combat again made moves in the transfer market, signing Andras Musi Fight U. Andras Musi had proven to be a formidable force in Fight U as well as the Olympic Games, winning his opening 3 fights in Fight U, going unbeaten. Critics said that he had a lot of promise going into his career at Motion Combat, being a very noticeable submission artist, and being in Motion Combat would also give him the opportunity to work on other weaknesses like his striking, moulding him into a better fighter, many arguing that he would eventually be the one to dethrone the reigning lightweight champion of the world, Lightning Leon Evans. Speaking of Leon Evans, at the conclusion of the first week of January 2025, his coach, Christoph Collins, and Anderson Dickey's coach, Jonathan Dickey, struck a deal for the two to fight at MC9, third week of February 2025. So we'll get to that very soon. The main event of MC9, they had finally arrived for Anderson Dickey to challenge Lightning Leon Evans for the lightweight championship of the world. Anderson Dickey was guaranteed to bring his A game to this fight, and in the pre-fight press conference, he was talking tactics. Anderson Dickey noticed how Leon Evans was weak towards the end of his fight with Silva, indicating that his lack of a gas tank would be the difference maker, and that he would exploit this weakness en route to the lightweight championship. He also gave a lot of verbal to Leon Evans, highlighting that he's not a 5-round competitor, and that after he beats him, he can go back to fighting 3 rounds like he's supposed to. His stamina does not let him do 5 rounds. Leon Evans was not happy with this comment, and he really took it out on Dickey in the ring, winning the first 3 rounds with ease, once again as he did with Silva, using his strength, speed and agility. However, Dickey's prediction about lack of a gas tank did come to fruition, as in the 4th round, Evans appeared sluggish and lost control of the fight. Dickey then came into his own and began dictating the pace and dominating. He knew he couldn't win the fight on points. He did everything he can to knock him out or to submit him. And in the 5th round, he became ever so close and he engaged a rear naked choke. Even me in the commentary box, I believed that Anderson Dickey was only a matter of seconds away from winning the lightweight championship. However, the final bell rang and Leon Evans, by the skin of his teeth, had regained the lightweight championship of the world. Anderson Dickey was not a happy man and argued that Leon Evans was saved by the bell, and if he only had 5 more seconds, he would be the lightweight champion. And on this pretext, a rematch was signed and set in stone for MC12, the 4th week of April 2025. So I'll see you then. In the co-main event of MC11, Andras Musi made his debut taking on Eddie the Showman Smith. Eddie Smith has a good reputation of putting on a good show, so it was a good move from Muhammad Crowder to build up Andras Musi's stock and reputation by placing him against the Showman. And what a show it was. A brilliant fight from both performers, and Andras Musi won a narrow split decision victory, 2 rounds, compared to Eddie Smith's 1. A great show of skill from both fighters, and it really proved that they belong in Motion Combat, especially Andras Musi. It's a perfect start from the kid. In the main event of MC12, the second fight between Anderson Dickey and Lightning Leon Evans took place. It was clear from the beginning of the press conference, Anderson Dickey had not changed his strategy. He continued the same smack talk about Leon Evans' lack of stamina, saying that he would exploit this later on in the fight. Leon Evans appeared to be a lot more cagey during his press conference interview. It was clear that the mental game had been won by Anderson Dickey, and when they entered the combat zone, it was clear that Anderson Dickey won the physical game as well. Immediately, he diverted away from his apparent strategy, taking control of the fight early. And once he took control of the fight, he never let off at all. He didn't give Leon Evans a chance to get into the fight whatsoever, dominating en route to a 5-0 victory on the judges' scorecards. Unanimous decision, winning all 5 rounds. You don't dominate a champion like that. Anderson Dickey had become the new lightweight champion of the world, dethroning Lightning Leon Evans. Ultimately, the 2 fighters agreed to settle the dispute, and the trilogy fight was arranged for MC16. It's not reached that point yet, but it will certainly be shown live on YouTube, so watch this space. Can Anderson Dickey hold on to the title, or will Leon Evans come back better and bounce back to regain it? Find out then. In the main event of episode 3 of Combat Riyadh series, Andras Musi looked to continue the building of reputation as he faced a man who had lost in Combat Riyadh series episode 1, Roland Sommer. These two were near the bottom of the card, and it would be a great fight to see who was the best of the newcomers. Roland Sommer looked to start the fight in a good way early, using his striking ability to advantage him. But the superior grappler that was Andras Musi slowly took that away from him, and in the 3rd round stepped up the gas, took the fight away from Sommer and ultimately made him tap out in the 3rd round. It was a brilliant showing from Andras Musi, and once again, Roland Sommer had to go back to the drawing board. The last notable fight of the lightweight division thus far occurred in MC13's co-main event, where Vincent "The Problem" Pedroso squared off against Rob Stinson. Vincent Pedroso had elevated to number 2 in the rankings despite not fighting. This is because Leon Evans had dropped down to number 3 after losing the lightweight title. Pedroso had put himself in a good position to possibly challenge for the title after the trilogy had finished, but he would need to win this fight against Rob Stinson in order to have this a reality for him, something which did not go to plan. Once again, Vincent Pedroso lost a decision victory, 2-1 on the judges' scorecards. There was another loss for Vincent "The Problem" Pedroso. His fighting really was becoming the problem, as he was now 0-3 in all competitions. Back to the drawing board, Vincent. As of right now, here are the top 5 lightweights according to Weekend Warriors magazine. As we can see, it's A. Dickey reigning supreme as the lightweight champion of the world. With that trilogy fight with Leon Evans in only a short couple of weeks' time, it could be only a matter of time before Evans reclaims his position at the summit of the lightweight division. It can also only be a few months before Andras Musi cracks the top 5. He's around number 9 at the moment, so it can only be a couple of months. We've also seen the downfall of both Mick Silva and Vincent Pedroso. Especially Vincent Pedroso, his downfall needs to be studied. It's been a great couple of months for the lightweight division. We've seen a lot of changing in the rankings and a lot of great fighters grace the cage. Hope to see many more fighters in motion combat in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Middleweight division is coming next. Enjoy.